Welcome to the Let's Talk podcast, guys, with your host Ray and Kay. Today we're going to be talking about relationships.
So we're going to be tackling a lot of issues and what else? I don't know, a lot of relation stuff from a man's point of view and a woman's point of view. So you can stay tuned for that.
Yeah, if you guys are in a relationship or if your relationship is failing, I hate to say that, or you're trying to be in one,
I think I really enjoyed this.
Yeah, you're going to enjoy this, guys. So,
or get angry with us, but you have to be respectful of our opinions on the matter and, just how we see things.
No, definitely.
So getting into it, as a man, what do you think is the most important thing a woman can offer in a relationship?
Okay, what's the most important thing I think a woman can offer in a relationship? Okay, well, there's quite a few points that I could mention. There's actually a lot of them. But the first thing that I could say is you need a companion in a woman. There's no point in being in a relationship and you guys don't gel or there's no vibe going on. So I think that if a woman can become your companion as a man, then, things would go really well and smooth. And I think that's what most people lack, honestly.
Yeah.
Companionship. Right? And you, what do you think? That's just my first one, okay? I've got a lot of them, but I want to know, what do you think a man should offer a woman in a relationship just to get it going, Let's hear what you think.
Let me think. I'm not going to say money.
It's always the money, the gold diggers.
I'm not going to say that. But I think it is the most important thing a man can offer is being a provider.
Being a provider.
Being a leader and not letting you stress, not taking on the head role. I know many people want to be the head, but I'm old school. I'm the man must lead the woman. So I think personally, for me, that's one thing.
That's actually crazy because in some relationships, you get women that decide to take on the head role.
That's
in
when things
a
go
relationship.
bad.
That's one thing that goes really bad. And some guys, they become so used to it.
Dumb.
They want it, some people want it.
Some people do want it. But I think some women, they act like they're okay with it, but I don't think they are.
No, I don't think they are.
Because then the man is using the skirt in the relationship and the woman has to use the pants. And sometimes women are forced to use the pants in the relationship because the man is lacking in certain departments.
That guy is really lacking, eh?
Yeah. So I think some women do like to be in control in certain aspects. And a man has to take charge when it's necessary.
Definitely. Okay, so aside from, companionship and what you said as well, taking the head role.
Yeah.
I think love is something that a woman could offer a male because it works vice versa with as well. You could love someone, as you say to me all the time, but you don't like them. So imagine liking someone but not loving them.
I instantly knew what you were meaning when you said love.
You knew what I was talking about. Yeah,
because people, I was like, they don't understand what you say. They're like, how can you be together and not love the person? But it's you have to treat the person like you love them. Treat them like you can't abuse them mentally and emotionally and say you love them. Treat the person like you love them.
Sure.
So that's important.
Yeah, that's
just
crazy.
Just to take over what you were saying.
No, it's okay. It's okay. I was thinking about someone that I knew a long time ago.
Yeah.
A friend of mine who used to tell me about this chick that he was with. And, he loved her a lot. She said she liked him, but she didn't carry on as if she loved him. She just liked the presence of him being there and him doing stuff for her. But to give love, she couldn't do it.
Yeah.
So it's having love and liking someone at the same time. I think it's super important for relationships, especially because people are failing so much nowadays because they don't understand that simple concept.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And to add on to that, I don't know what to say.
It's fine. What else do you think you can offer a man?
I can offer a man.
Yeah, or what do you think a woman should offer a man? You know, like
woman.
yeah.
Okay, so I think you meant what a man can offer a woman.
Oh, yes. What a man
But
can offer.
I'm gonna
a woman.
answer that question after this one.
Yeah.
What else can I think respect? I just got it. I think respect is so important to always give your woman that and never make her feel like she's not worth it and she's below you or she's small. Never make a woman feel small because that makes her feel insecure. And then men are shocked when the woman's not giving them the love that they want or feel like they need or that, and people are shocked when women get put off by them. Because when you make a woman feel small and insecure, she's going to act crazy. I'm not lying, guys. I know. And then you're like, why is she acting crazy all of a sudden? But it's your behavior towards her. So I think you always should respect her and you will definitely receive respect back.
Wait. Okay, so you're saying that a man should give a woman respect. I think it goes both ways, guys. Like, honestly, I think from my side, honestly, that's a good point that you made because you can't just like not respect someone and expect them to, bend over for you.
Yeah, and do all those things.
Do all of those things. I think respect is so important. And a lot of people lack that because I've seen couples walking on the road, right? Or not even on the road, in malls. And you'll get the guy or the woman just flipping out at them, just randomly, start shouting at them. It's so embarrassing.
It's such an eyeball. And when we went out, that happened.
Yeah,
and there was a kid, and I'm like, oh my gosh, why is this happening? Why are they doing this in public?
It's not nice because it like makes a person feel low because other people are looking at you and they're like, what's going on? So respect is very important. It's a good point that she made right there. It's a good point.
I'm all here for good points. But let's go on to what Kanan asked, which I thought was interesting, that you asked me what, as a woman, I should offer a man.
Yeah, what do you think you should offer a man? What should you offer me?
Excuse me, this is not about us.
Okay, it's not about us. I'm kidding. Let's get back to the question.
That's such a difficult question.
Yeah.
I think as a woman, the most important thing that I can do is motivate you. Yes, that's what between us, yeah.
Just motivation?
No, I'm going on.
Oh, okay.
I'm just saying, like, you must always be able to motivate your person. Because when you motivate them, they can go so far compared to when you bring them down. So that's one thing you can offer, motivation and communication. That's important too.
No, motivation and communication, perfect. Like, I think it's a really good example.
Because there's a very right way. Even when they're going wrong, there's like a way to correct them or say, hey, I don't think you should do this, do that, and so forth.
No, definitely, I agree. Because I think motivation in a relationship helps a lot because, say for example, if you're both trying to make it somewhere and succeed and you're not really motivating someone, like for example, in many cases a man is the only one working in a house, and if you've got a female partner that doesn't motivate you every single day, what's gonna happen? You're not gonna feel good about doing anything in life.
You're gonna just feel like it's all no one really cares what I'm doing.
No one cares about what you do.
It's just about the money that I'm giving.
Yeah, it's good one. It's about what you give and not what.
And they just, when the payday, they just take it. Which brings me to the second thing a woman should offer, which is to take care of their man.
Sure.
Because if they giving you like everything, if he's shitty, then like obviously don't. But I mean, if he's a good man and he's taking care of you, then you should take care of him the best you can. Especially when he's working. Like, just do small things here and there to make him feel good.
In all aspects, I think mentally, physically, emotionally, but it goes both ways, you know. You gotta like do the same thing when it comes to like a man or a woman. You both need to be able to take care of each other and motivate each other too. Like, but from my side, what I think what a man should give a woman is everything that we just spoke about right now. You know, love, respect. You gotta respect a woman because that's gonna be, you know, hopefully your wife one day. Or if she is your wife, you know, you gotta respect your wife, especially in front of other people.
And most importantly, since you plan, if you're with somebody, you plan on being with them for the rest of your life. And as I always think, don't make the rest of your life miserable together.
No,
So
definitely.
rather always work towards keeping that aspects good, so that y'all are good together. You're not fighting all the time. You're not having stupid arguments. The household is not like disruptive. There's peace, and that's what's important. Because like you
true.
always notice, like old couples, they like always fighting.
There's
They're
always
talking
issues.
bad about the person. I'm like,
Oh, behind their back to someone else.
and there's always things that lead up to it, of course. But if you're young, and just like try and prevent it from happening.
No, definitely. Now that you're speaking on that point of old couples and how they don't use any, or they forget about
They
all
don't
of
have
those
any
points.
respect for each other.
They don't have respect. They don't. They just go around talking bad. But it's not only old couples. I think young ones too. You know, when you get married or something like that.
As soon as you get married, I don't know what goes on with it. Things
everything
go
just
downhill.
changes. I don't know
And that
what's
makes
up
me
with
so
that.
scared of marriage as well, personally. I'm just like, something happens and just go down.
You think?
I don't know.
I think sometimes people can maintain it. You know, with all of those things that we mentioned, I think if you can just maintain all of that, maintain the respect, keep on loving someone, you know, be spontaneous.
Ooh, yeah.
It's hard to be spontaneous all the time. You know,
Yeah.
we're always like focusing on working and growing. Motivation is so important.
But you have to always
It's-
take care of your relationship.
That's
no
the
matter what.
thing.
It's like, just like if you eat all the time and you don't exercise, you just don't do anything, what's going to happen? You're just going to get fat, obviously.
No, definitely.
So just like anything else, you take care of it. Take care of a relationship.
Definitely. Yeah, so like since we're mentioning things about relationships, what do you think are the boundaries that people or couples should set when it comes to like friends or family? That's a juicy one.
Ooh.
Oh.
Yeah, because we never
Ooh.
talk about the outside effect that happens, like the people that mess with the relationship. When it comes to friends, it's obvious, this one. You know what I'm going to say already, that you cannot, firstly, if you have friends, you cannot let them be friends with your partner.
Oh.
There's no such thing as, oh, no, it's just like, it's because we're all friends. No. My friends cannot be his friends.
Yeah, that doesn't make
And his
sense.
friends cannot be my friend. We can't be like talking to
Hell
each
to the
other
no.
and all of those things. So I
No
think
ways.
that's like one boundary to always maintain. And when it comes to family, obviously never let them disrespect your partner. You
Oh.
must always stand up for them no matter what.
Preach it.
Because at the end of the day, they're your family. And they're going to forgive you. But if your partner has to be forced to speak out to them, they're not going to forgive them, and it's just going to create a whole mess. So I think long as you have those boundaries with families and friends, there's more to friends and stuff, but yeah, that's mine.
That's
I
actually
think it
quite
covers
true.
most of it.
You covered most of it, but I've also got something to say about that, you know? Like, as much as you say, you know, friends cannot be friends with each other's partners, it's
yeah.
weird. I don't think it's cool.
It's just disaster.
It's disaster. I've seen it happen before. I've
We're
seen,
not even going to talk about
we're not
that.
even going to talk about it, but I've seen what happens when, like, your friends become friends with your chick.
Then you'll break up and
then
they
you'll break
become
up
a
and-
thing.
No
Oh my
ways. I'm not going to mention
gosh.
it, you know?
I
Because
mentioned it.
It's pretty bad. You know,
it
it
happens.
messes the relationships up between like your friends and yourself. So I think being
Because
friends,
they pick sides.
nah, the sides part is crazy. It's crazy. But another thing that we mentioned, that I want to mention about like when it comes to boundaries, is with your friends, you need to make your friends respect your partner as well. You know, just imagine you going out with the guys and your friends know that you're in like a serious committed relationship, but
Yeah.
it doesn't even have to be serious or committed. It just needs to be like serious. Like I'm not talking about like a marriage level or
Yeah.
something. I mean, like even if you're just together,
Yeah.
you need to make your friends know that, you know what, I'm not going to mess around with the things that you want to mess around
Oh,
with.
I like that answer.
You know?
Yeah.
Because it's so easy for your friends to turn you into a deceptive person. And
Disrespect your relationship.
disrespect your relationship
Yeah.
as well. Like, oh, she won't know about that.
Yeah,
There's a laka cherry over there. You know the colored guys or Indian guys, what they like to say, They're like,
No,
there's
I
a laka
don't.
cherry. They come, let's go out, let's drink, have fun, do whatever. She's not going to know anything. Things like that happen, especially when it comes to like relationships, and just say your friends want you to go out with them or anything
Yeah.
like that. And they're like, don't worry about your woman, just come, don't worry about her. They need to understand that at the end of the day,
Yeah.
you're going home to that person, or you're going to be talking to that person who's spending majority of the time with them.
Yeah.
So
Would-
respect.
I just got a question now.
Yeah?
Speaking of that, when it comes to that and you're friends with somebody for, let's just say you know them 10 years or something, and then you find a girl and they say, I don't know how, like, everyone acts like, oh, how can you just like abandon your friends to be with this person and hang out with them? And I want to just know what's your thoughts on that.
My thoughts.
Yeah.
Well, my thoughts is I don't care, because I'm still going to be with this chick, So even though we're friends for that long, if you're my friend, you're supposed to know that this person means a lot to me. So if I'm abandoning you, if that's the case, then I'm not abandoning you. I'm just going into a different
Priorities,
stage.
yeah.
Yes, it's a different stage in my life. Like, I've got a person now, and when you have one day, I'm not going to
Yes.
say that to you. I'm going to understand what you're saying. So it's not called abandoning. It's just like, okay, this is a new step in my life I've taken. I can't always see you guys every single day or night, or chill with you outside in the park, or stand in the corner of the road, go get drunk. Nah, I gotta see to my woman now,
And
because
it
we're
brings back to
there now.
respecting the person.
Respecting, exactly.
Yeah. Exactly.
This
back to our
respect
friends.
is just going everywhere. It's so important. It's
Yeah.
like so crucial. But that's one thing that people don't understand, and that's why women get upset, or guys would get upset. But it's mostly women that get upset, because guys are always running around.
Because you
and
don't
drinking.
trust guys together.
Hey, you gotta trust someone, okay? But I understand your point. I know.
Yeah, you
I know.
can't-
It's pretty crazy, But it goes both hand in hand, I'd want my woman's friends to respect our relationship as well. And as much as you know her for longer than I do,
Yeah.
I'm gonna come first, I come first. That's just how it is. It doesn't go any other way,
Yeah.
And with family, I think the boundaries are also set with, they need to respect your partner as well. And you need to put that in place, because when it comes to families, they somehow feel entitled to be disrespectful towards your partner for some reason. And it's not always the case. It's some places.
Yeah.
People feel entitled, like, okay, I'm going to disrespect it. Now, imagine if your mother and father had that in the past. They should have at least known that, our
Times change,
times change, things are different now, so respect needs to happen.
Yeah. And to add, it's like, it's not your kid. Because if your kid was staying with the other in-laws, for example,
Yeah.
how would you feel if that was your daughter or son being treated and spoken in such manner?
In such a manner, exactly. So
You won't like it.
You wouldn't like it, and you can't always jump for your family every time. You can't cancel plans with your person because they said jump and you said how high. There needs to be boundaries and respect. So I like that question. It's very deep, guys. So if you want a healthy relationship, you gotta like at least take
And
that
especially
into
after you
consideration.
get married and you'll have kids together, that's your family that y'all created, and it comes first, even before y'all's mother and father and in-laws, because
Exactly.
you created your new family.
Perfect.
And that's your thing to take care of. So y'all can do what y'all want to do for Christmas, what y'all want to do, your new rules, your new things that you want to do. And don't let other people force you into doing what you don't want to do, because then after it's your family, your new created family.
I think some people are going to disagree. The Indian families. I'm not saying only
Yeah,
the
they
Indian
are,
families, but you
but
get them.
we,
They're going
like,
to
mostly around
disrespect. They're going to
Indian
disrespect.
people, yeah.
Yeah, they're not going to like that.
They're
But
like,
it's okay.
nah. But I'm just in my opinion. Like we said at the beginning. You don't have to agree with us. It's just my opinion.
True story.
And how do you think that somebody is the one?
How do I think, or how do I know
Yeah, how
that
do you
someone is the
know?
one? you just know. You know when you know. You know
As
when you
everyone
know.
says.
Yeah, as everyone says. But there's a but. Sometimes you think someone is the one, and it plays up sometimes.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if you know what I'm saying. Like, where you think someone is the one, but you end up becoming so, like, locked into a relationship that is actually the worst one. Or I can say they are the one. They're the one that destroys you.
I know all of those ones.
They're the ones that destroy
The
you.
toxic attachments.
They're very toxic. And it's crazy to think that sometimes when people get into a relationship, the beginning is so sweet, so sour, so soft and rosy and all of those things. And then as time goes by, you start seeing a lot of ugly coming out of it. And
I think those are from unhealed people, in my opinion. It's always like people who, well, I'm not going to make excuses because some people are just shitty generally.
Some people are shitty.
Yeah.
Like generally. They just put on like a facade over there.
In the
They're like,
beginning.
let me just pretend and then I'll get that person hooked. Like a fisherman. They hook you in just to kill you at the end.
And a lot of narcissists do that, and they treat you bad just so that you're purposefully able to always remain with them and never leave them. And those people are never the one, because I think somebody that's the one will never make you question whether they're the one. They'll never make you wonder, hey, is this how I'm supposed to be treated? Why is this person doing this to me? It's never difficult. It's easy. It's easy.
It flows.
Yeah. It flows. You're not like questioning things, Googling things, checking up things, Googling, why is this person treating me like this? Why is this person, making me feel this way? Why am I insecure? Why am I, all of those things. Once you're questioning, having too many questions, starting to feel unsure, uncertain, I think that's one way to know that person's definitely not the one for you.
That's a red flag.
That's
never
the one.
Flag.
If they're ever making you feel like you're questioning your sanity, who you are, what all this stuff, that's bad.
No, it is quite bad. And, people get so locked into that's what they end up wanting. Like, imagine a long-term relationship where...
Yeah, and they return to the person.
They keep returning to that person because for some reason they're so used to being treated shitty that they're okay with it and they want it. And
I think they're not okay with it. I think it's like, okay, with women, they always hope a man changes. They hope that they're gonna be different, treat them differently. They're like, maybe this person will see how valuable I am, how much I'm doing. So they end up being more nice to like try and be like, okay, can you see how much I love you? Can you see how much I'm doing for you? You know what I mean? And you make excuses for the person. That's what I think happens.
That is stupid.
Well, a lot of women can agree.
I think that is stupid.
We all have the stupid phase.
Dumb phase.
Yes. And
like,
then when it ends, we happen to find the one.
Hopefully.
Hopefully. And you should never go back to toxic people. Ever.
I don't think
Once
so,
you
because
get away, you run.
You run very far because you get those people that do exactly what you said.
And you're just wasting your time. You're wasting the time to get to your person that's going to respect you, value you, and do everything that you want them to do and love you beyond words. And that's how you'll know the person's the one. You'll just know when you know.
I think so. You left me speechless there. I'm pretty speechless. Just the part of where, I'm not saying women are dumb.
Women are dumb. We are dumb.
Okay, fine. As long as you're saying it and I'm not saying it.
We are women. Like, the thing is, they're very emotionally. We're such emotional beings. So we have so much of empathy for people, and men take advantage of the fact that we are, we have so much of empathy that we
use it to weaponize.
Yes, they weaponize it. And I saw, just on TikTok, I saw that women are psychologists, right? They will listen to you, try and fix your issues, and they like to be the Bob the Builder, to a man. They're like, I'm gonna fix this person. I'm gonna do these things. And then the guy will just be like, treat them so bad, and they'll just do one nice thing. They're like, shit, yes, it's working.
It's working. Just from that one nice thing, they're like, okay.
And I'm speaking from experience.
Oh, you're speaking from experience. Okay, yeah, that's true.
But I'm just saying, like, a lot of women can agree on that. But doesn't mean, like, just because I'm saying that, don't use it as an excuse to continue doing it. Always try and detach yourself from the person. Be aware of, like, what's going on.
I don't think it's that easy to detach yourself from a toxic relationship either. Some people are like, you know, they try and they try and they try.
People don't change.
But people don't change.
If you fail once,
you're going to fail all the time.
And now that, like, I'm older, I'm like, I wasted so much time. If I was like, just forget about it, the first fail. Once somebody leaves, you just be like, okay, fine.
It's done.
It's not going to work.
It's not going to work. Why would they leave you in the first place? In fact, why would they?
Yeah, wait. And when people cheat on you, that's a question.
That's a good question.
Do you take them back?
I don't think you should take them back. I don't think you should take them back, because why should you? If someone's going to cheat on you, why should you take them back? Because what if it happens again? So, like, why I'm saying that, it might seem a bit harsh. Like, should you take someone back after they cheat you? I said no. Why I'm saying that is because, look, if someone cheats on you, that means that you are lacking something that they wanted. And
that's perfectly worded.
Yeah, and if you can't fix it, or why should you try to fix it? You know, it's hard to fix something like that, because what if that is the person you are already, or if they're just not happy with you, they're probably going to do it again.
Yeah.
And then you make that excuse like, okay, I should just take you back then because I did it before. You know, you cheated. I thought I could fix it. I fixed something. Now there's something else that I can fix that you have a problem with since you cheated on me there again. Women do that often. As I said, they like taking men back after they cheat.
Yeah, they do take them back.
That's why I said it's pretty stupid.
One thing men will do when they cheat on you,
what?
They will literally do the most. They will get your face tattooed on them. They will write a song. They will do what the most. Like, they'll ask to marry you. They'll be like,
wow.
They'll do anything in their power to, like, get you back, and you're like, shit, this person is so sorry, and you fall for it. But like you said, if they cheated, that means that you weren't giving them what they wanted, and that means you would never be able to, because they're not going to tell you, hey, this is wrong with you.
No, definitely. And I think cheating on someone creates like a different realm of how you see someone, because like, imagine somebody cheating on you, right? That already automatically would make you never trust them again. I would lose all of my trust immediately. And if I'm taking you back, I'm not going to trust you anymore. So I'm not going to be so, like, easy anymore. I'm not going to be chilled. I'm not going to be like, oh, you can go out with your girls tonight and you can do whatever you want. I'm not going to phone you or anything. No. It makes it, like, harder. It makes the relationship harder, because you're really, like, kind of burnt something that was there. You got rid of trust and you disrespected the other person. So sometimes I think if you want to take someone back after they've cheated, just think really carefully about it, because you might get hurt again after that. So it's crazy. Don't cheat on someone, you know. If you have a problem, just leave them or talk to them about something. Be like, yo, I don't like this. I feel like it's making things, like, you know, become ugly, and let's work on it, or let's just call it a quits. You know, don't cheat, because cheating is like...
And there's two types of cheating, just to make that clear. We're not just talking about physical cheating, like, we're not just talking about that, we're also talking about emotional cheating. Like, if you, as a woman, I'm going to talk, if you're going to another guy and you complaining about your...
confiding in someone else, that sucks.
That's cheating,
that
in
sucks.
my opinion.
That
I'm like,
sucks.
that's cheating.
Why would you do that?
That's definitely as well. So, like, if you're getting that support from somebody else, then you must really question your relationship and talk to your partner about that. Yeah,
so cheating on my side, I think it's a big no-no. And you? Do you think you should take someone back if they cheat? Let's be honest. No, I know it was to me, but I need to know from you. Just simple yes or no. We want to know.
I think that you should not. But to be honest, if it was me, I probably would. Because
you're a woman.
Stupid, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's like, what should you do and what would I do? And yeah, I don't think that it's good to do, in my opinion.
Jeez, please, all the women watching this, don't attack me because I'm like, because she's a woman, yeah, she's doing these dumb things. I'm just being honest. In my opinion, from a man,
I think,
I would not take you
and
back.
forget about it.
And I would never forget about it. In fact, I'd bring it up like often. Like, I think it would be so like drilled into my mind that to get it out, you'd have to probably like climb up to heaven and meet God, you know? Do something impossible, basically. It's not impossible to meet God.
I don't know how often.
That's not what
I'm
I'm
not
saying.
sure how often men take women back. I really don't know.
I don't know either. But
Yeah.
I've heard a story of a guy that has taken his wife back, you know, like a couple of times.
I don't know.
But we won't get into that, you know, because it's kind of crazy, you know. But love is love, you know, and sometimes
Love's not love. Sometimes you have like
kids
attachments.
and all of that, and it's hard because.
And another thing is people use that as
Ish.
what can I say, a gateway. They're like, oh, this person is not gonna leave me because it's such a hassle. You know,
Yeah.
we have so much
We have all of
attachments
this,
together.
but kids,
They're
we
not
got a
gonna
house.
leave me. No matter how many times
Ish.
they do, they cannot. And that's like weaponizing the
Yeah,
situation.
and I think it's the worst thing you can do to someone because it kind of makes them have like resentment towards you or dislike. They end up being like, I can't leave you even though you do something so horrible to me all the time.
That's
it sucks.
very sad.
Don't cheat.
And women always be independent, so if a man cheats on you, you can go away. Just because I hate when women are like so stuck because they depend on their man and he can do whatever shit. Like I know somebody, little T over here, and he is should I say it is no? Okay, anyway,
Nah.
he works and his wife obviously, he's not his wife by the way, and she stays at home. And they're not married, and he's refused to get married to her, and he just goes home late. You know, he's just missing randomly.
He's just missing
Yeah, he's
randomly.
just missing randomly,
Wow.
and she's like sus. But the thing is, she's not able to do anything because she has nowhere to go. She has 3 kids with him or 4, I don't remember. And that's what I'm always say: stay independent mindset. Make sure you do things for yourself to not stay in that position. No matter how much a man tells you, hey, I'm going to support you, you stay at home, I'm going to do this. No, don't fall for that.
Don't fall for
And
it.
what's your opinion on women being independent since you're a man?
Okay, before we talk about whether I think it's a good thing that if you know, like my opinion on women being independent, let me just tell you a story since you're spilling the tea on things, you know.
Yeah.
I know about this one guy, right, who he was with someone for many years. He actually started dating her in school, right? And, you know, this is just how far disrespect goes. He didn't marry her for the longest time possible. He didn't have kids with her and whatnot. And now he's in his like later stage of his life, you know, like 40s and whatnot. And he decided he's gonna get a girlfriend. He got a girlfriend. He made her pregnant right before he made his woman pregnant.
This is unreality, yeah.
Yeah. And you know what he does? The family keeps it a secret, bro. They don't. So
This
they
is
don't.
why I can't trust
they
anybody.
don't know about each other. The 2 women don't know about each other, but they had babies at the same time. It's so crazy. It's like that's some tea, right? Wow, I can't believe people can do that. It's, to me, it seems like the most like utter.
This is why people have trust issues.
Hey,
I
hey,
have trust
hey,
issues. Now I don't
hey.
trust. Now I'm questioning
Hey, you
everything
can't
about you.
trust, not trust.
Maybe
me.
the story's about him.
Hey, there's no.
Okay, we're
stories
just
about
here
me.
for that long.
But about people,
Yeah.
you asked me what my opinion is
back to
on
the
women
question,
being
yeah.
like independent, right? I think it's good and it's bad at the same time.
Bad.
Yes, it's bad at the same time because some women take that and use it as a weapon against men. Like a woman that's independent, that's earning more than her dude,
Yeah.
or a man that's earning less than her, sometimes uses that against him, you know, and decides that she's going to wear the pants in the relationship. And there's I don't know, but some people just don't know about teamwork, and then it
Yeah.
becomes a whole thing of making a guy feel demotivated and less of a man than he should be. So being independent is good. You should have your own money. You know, you should not always depend on a man, because someday he might just leave you, and you know, but
Respect.
Again, there's too many women
Yeah.
that use a lot of things against men, and I don't like
Yeah.
it. So
I think I also can agree that I don't like when women are so capable of also breaking men.
of course, we know that for sure. And
Any more you want to add on that from a man's point?
from a man's point, I'd like a woman to be independent, but at the same time, I don't want
Yeah,
it to
it has-
take away from
Yeah.
the relationship as well, because I don't want a woman to overpower me as well, because I'm the guy, you know, and that rule
It doesn't
will,
mean like I'm the guy.
no, not
It
like
means
that. Like I'm the guy in the relationship, and I want
to
to
take
be
care.
able
Yeah.
to take care of my woman. You know, I want to be able to do those kind of things and not feel like I can't, or
Yeah.
that part is stripped from me now, because we're in a new modern age where women are, you know.
Women are confusing. I don't know. Sometimes they want to be independent and like do everything for themselves. The other
But
time they
sometimes
complain.
they don't. They
that the
complain
man's
about
not
being
doing-
independent.
Yeah.
You see, that's the problem now.
I don't.
It's such a controversial topic. It's actually like, I don't know. And you, what do you think about it?
I said already what I.
Oh, you said what you thought about
Yeah,
it.
but I didn't really think about like the man's point, like of the wearing of the pants thing.
Yeah. So that's
I mean, don't do that, huh? But like just to secure yourself.
definitely. So like, aside from you knowing how do you know if someone is the one? Because we were talking about that for long. How do you know when someone's no longer interested in you? Like from a female's point of view, what
You
would
mean what women do?
Yeah, what
do I like know women do?
Yeah, what would women do if they're no longer interested in a guy? I want to know. This is cheese. This is some
Like,
intel.
Trying to take a moment
Trying to get some
think.
notes here.
I think she'll like just be put off by you. Like
In
she'd
what
have
sense?
no respect for you. She'll maybe like, I don't know, shout at you one
Shout.
way. You wouldn't be getting any action.
Whoa.
I don't know.
Okay, so no action, shouting, being put
She
off.
won't take care of you. She wouldn't like do small things that she would normally do.
Used to do.
Yeah, she wouldn't be like all cushy and put her guard down. It'll be very up.
Fellas, you
yeah.
taking notes of these, eh?
But yeah, I don't know. I don't know personally. But that's what I think women would do.
That's what you think women would do. Wow, that's crazy. So there's a
Because
lot
that
of
means that you like cut their empathy towards you. So you'll no longer have them feeling sorry for you. You'll no longer have that. They'll just be irritated with every single thing that you do.
there should be a book on Woman 101.
Yeah.
You should write it so
Wow.
guys
Women
should
out there
know.
like, that's not me. What are you talking about? And you just
But
like,
it is. But it is you. We know,
I
Kenny.
don't know. In the comments, you can let us know if what you do when you're not interested in somebody. You just
Yeah.
like have an ick about them, I think.
Everything
That's
they
like,
do.
you're just like, you
sick
breathe
of them.
in? Sus. That's if like they walk in, you're like, gross. You walk so ugly. Like, you'll just, everything about them would bother
you
you
off.
so much.
You just hate everything
And you'll just
about them.
hate everything. You'll just be like,
Wow.
and they'll just like ask you, why are you doing this? Why are you doing that? Why?
That seems more dramatic than as if a guy is put off by a woman, I think. Like, from what I know, I could tell you, like, I think it's more dramatic. Woman, it's way more dramatic.
It's more dramatic, you think?
Yeah, I think a guy just shows you he's not interested in you. He just doesn't like, he doesn't talk to you about anything. He's just more interested in the other thing that he's doing. You know, like if he has to come home from work and he doesn't give you his time, or if he doesn't chat to you, if you're not like living together, he doesn't talk to you often,
Yeah.
doesn't phone
I'm having
you.
some
or-
PSD. I'm like, wow, there's signs. I don't know. Now we know. Yeah.
No, I'm just saying.
No, go on.
Yeah, like, and if he stops doing many like things, you know, like a lot of things.
And
I don't know what other guys do. I'm pretty sure that's what they do if they're not interested. Maybe you get some guys that are so good at it that they won't show you they're not interested anymore. They'll still play the card that they are, but they're not. They're just like stringing you along. It's like a game.
And like there was this thread thing on Twitter, and it was called I don't know what the guys were like basically saying that like things they hate that they hate about their girlfriends.
Whoa.
In the thread.
They were?
Yes. They were like, oh, when she calls you and you just like have to act like you're interested, stuff like that. But they're talking about their girlfriends. I think like it was a whole thing on TikTok.
Okay, that's crazy because why would
you do that? It was a whole thread of different men saying what they hate about their girlfriends. Like it was normal, cute couplesy things. So it gives you like so much anxiety. Like, what if I'm doing nice and this person hates it? Like,
whoa, okay. That would actually, I don't think that was a good thing that they did, because it would make other people feel like every single thing they do might be an issue.
Yeah.
Just like what you said now. So it's like, I don't know why people create that, but TikTok is just, it's on another level. It's on another level. But honestly, from the question, I don't know what other people would do if they're not interested, like a guy. But I know that a guy would definitely stop doing everything that he used to do, and he'll probably be so put off by you that he wouldn't want to even do anything with you, and he'll always make an excuse to not spend time with you, or you know, and anything you have to say, like if it's an idea that you have or things you want to talk about or whatever, he'll just shut you off immediately and done. And that's how you know when someone's not interested in you. And then when you want to leave them, they probably, I don't know, they probably break down. Some guys do that.
Even if they're uninterested in
Even
you.
if they're uninterested.
They're just like, my life is falling off. Guys.
Nah, that's crazy.
So yeah, that's men and women.
Yeah,
let's end it with a juicy question.
Oh, what's this question? Come on.
Do you think men and women should be treated equally? I don't know whether in a relationship, but should we say in a relationship or?
Let's say in a relationship. We won't get into the whole topic of not in a relationship.
You're not gonna hate us for this question.
Yeah.
But it's our opinion. Like I kept saying.
I don't think men and women should be treated equally. I don't
Sorry,
think
we can't
so.
put effects in podcast, so I have to be the effects person.
And at the same time, yes, I do think that they should be treated equally.
I'm so confused.
Okay, I'll give you.
He's playing safe.
I'm playing not safe and safe. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm just trying to give you like two ways about it. Like, but okay, let's hear your answer before I give.
Why me?
I just want to know:
You must
is it
get
yes or no?
For me.
No, you must get cancelled too. Okay, why I say yes, they should be treated equally, is because it all ties down to the same thing that we're talking about from the beginning.
Yeah, the beginning.
With respect, love, all of that stuff, it needs to be equal.
Okay, I agree.
Yeah. And no is because you can't treat a man like how you treat a woman. I can't treat you like a man in the house and say, hey, you need to go and clean that, or you need to go and get up there, fix that roof, go do that, do all that stuff there. You know what I'm saying? You know? I can't tell you to do that. I can't say, get out there, go get a job, go fix my car, lift up those heavy things. It's just impossible. So
I think that's a great way to put it.
Yeah. So that's why I say no, and that's why I say yes. I've got two answers for it. So there isn't a right one.
I agree with everything that you say. I have nothing to add on.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess I said
it was a good answer. It was a very good answer.
So men and women have to be treated equally in certain parts and not be treated equally in certain parts.
Yeah.
Right? You can't expect, like, if you have a housewife or a woman that's staying at home, you can't expect your man that's coming home from work to now go and do the dishes and cook the food. You know?
We know
it doesn't make sense. People do that. They're just,
like
we
one
know.
lady.
Oh, this lady that we know about. You want to tell them about her?
You can tell them.
I don't know if I should tell them about her. I don't want to tell them about her. I can't.
She's something else. But
I can't tell
the
her.
gist of the matter
You know what she used to do, right? Her dude used to go to work.
Without
she used
lunch.
to stay without lunch. She used to not make him food. He used to come home. She used to tell him to make his own food. She
And
used to
they
do
had
nothing.
kids.
They had kids and she used to not like taking care of them.
Does not
He had
feed
to
them.
do a lot of that. Yeah. So there's a lot to the story, but we don't want to say too many
don't wanna
things.
spoil too much.
We don't want to spoke too much, you know?
We don't wanna be too
We just might
specific,
get
yeah.
unlived here, you know what I'm saying? Ah!
But I think we're gonna sum up this podcast
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, that's
It
about
was
it.
Fun.
It was
I hope
very
it
fun.
was helpful and nobody was pressed. But if you have different opinions, be sure to comment them below so we can see it from your point of view as
Yeah.
well. Because
Come in.
there's always
Come in.
different opinions and we're always open to learning, listening, reading, and knowing more about them.
Most definitely, guys. And this podcast is going to be on Spotify and YouTube, of course. So for those who are watching us here on YouTube, please don't forget to subscribe to our channel, like our videos, share it
And
with
comment.
whoever.
We wanna
Comment
talk
as
to
well.
people.
Come on, we want to talk to you guys. Don't just watch it and keep quiet. I see you over there. Yeah, you. I'm talking about you that's watching and not commenting. Yeah, same one. And those on Spotify, follow us.
And
Follow
most
follow
importantly,
our podcast.
if you made it thus far in the podcast, thank you for watching.
Thank you for watching. We'll be back with another
I hope it was
podcast.
entertaining. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
I
you can
hope so.
check out some of our other videos that we do. We do other things like taste tests and challenges
Yeah.
and reaction videos. But
Most
so
definitely.
be sure to check it out.
Check it out and
Thank you.
good
Bye.
night.